sugar at night, sometimes that's gonna open up your appetite because you're feeding your serotonin levels with sugars, and that's gonna ask for more and more and more. So that's very important that what you gotta do is try to avoid that by being fed throughout the day properly and not going at night with a lot of hunger, because serotonin and dopamine normally get you exposed to those chemicals at night for the most part, when your body's temperature drops and it's nighttime. Okay, when there's not enough heat during the day, especially winter time. So that's a chemical component that you have to be careful with, and you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. Now, the other thing is sodium consumption. I'm going to talk about in depth about sodium in a second. And with that being said, we're just going to get into the meat of the speech. Okay, so I want to talk to you about 4 hormones that are so important in your weight loss goals, in order to achieve your ideal weight loss. And after you arm with this information, you're gonna be able to do, the sky's gonna be the limit. So today when you're walking out of here, the lucky ones that came, you know a lot about how to keep your weight loss going and how to lose a lot more weight than what you've been losing before. Because I'm gonna give you information that we never discussed before. That was the purpose of this speech, okay? So we're gonna start with growth hormone. Growth hormone. Growth hormone let's start with the endocrine system first. The endocrine system is a network of organisms that your body produces to store, produce, and secrete every hormone, every gland in your body. That's the endocrine system. So the first hormone I want to talk about is GH, or growth hormone. Has to do with every single growth in your body. It's a hormone that particularly interests men, because this hormone normally has to do with all your body's needs as far as growth, as far as bone formation, as far as energy, as far as everything. Okay, after 30 years of age, growth hormones start decreasing. So we start losing a lot of this hormone, and a lot of people have problems trying to stimulate growth hormone, because that's just a fact. You start losing growth hormone as far as time starts going. So growth hormone is secreted by your pituitary gland, which is a gland that normally secretes every single hormone in your body. So it's a vital part of your endocrine algorithm, especially for men. So how are we gonna get our growth hormone levels going, and how are we gonna avoid that growth hormone stops after, for the ones that we hear that are over 40 and 50. So very simple. There's foods that you can do to keep your growth hormone levels going, and make sure that you stay consistent with it. There's therapies for growth hormone. Some of you know about it. You can do injections, you can do creams, but the best way to do it is just get it stimulated with food, okay? One of the things that you could do for those who like fish is not a bad way to stimulate growth hormone. You could do salmon. I'm gonna give you a pamphlet with all this information. So when you walk out of here, you're gonna know everything. So that it's gonna be all listed there. Fish is good. Pineapple is a very good fruit that you can eat, especially at night. Pineapple normally helps in the formation of growth hormone, because it basically produces growth hormone between the intestines and the brain. So it's saying that pineapple, when you eat it at night, it's a good way to stimulate your growth hormone levels. Coconut oil is perfect too for growth hormone. You can do 1 or 2 tablespoons of organic coconut oil, olive oil, sunflower seed oil, grapeseed oil. All those things work very good when it comes to growth hormone. Now, the workout. There's a lot of things and that's basically what's different about the program, because obviously the way I train Allison is not gonna be the same way I'm gonna train Jeff, I'm gonna train Mike, I'm gonna train Scott. Men need more of growth hormone than women, because it's vital for a lot of different things that male needs. So the best way to stimulate growth hormone, and a lot of the two of you guys know that, well, strength training. Strength training is a very good way to stimulate growth hormone, because it basically forces your body to go into a recovery after you finish. And when your body starts recovering, it goes into something called anabolism, okay? Which is the reconstruction of every single connective tissue. So when you're working out with me, you're going to catabolism, which is you're degrading connective tissue, but then you start recovering and regenerating. So that's when your body starts producing your growth hormone levels. One of the things that I do is, one of the best things to produce growth hormone is sweat. If you notice, and part of the reason why and I'm glad that some of you you guys came, because I want you to understand exactly what I do when I'm training you. So there's non-stop in our workouts. Yeah, I call it peripheral heart action. A lot of people call it circuit training. So we constantly get in the heart pump. It doesn't matter if it's light wind or it's a high wind workout. The fact of the matter is that we never stop working out. We go from squats to chest presses to back rows to mat exercises to stretching exercises and so forth. And it's a very good way to promote growth hormone for males. So that's one of the things that I like to use for my clients when it comes to the workouts and the growth hormone production. So we're gonna go over the next one. And the next one is for everybody. I mean, I've been having men coming with thyroid problems. Hypothyroidism. Who knows what hypothyroidism is? Okay. When you have thyroid disorders, normally everything goes. Thyroid is an essential hormone that normally puts your whole endocrine algorithm to work. Okay? When you have a thyroid problem, it just pumps the brake on your metabolism and everything just wreaks havoc. So what we need to do is getting the thyroid hormone up to speed. And a couple things that you could do to get your thyroid hormone up to speed is basically working out one way and eating properly. Thyroid is like a butterfly gland that's here in your neck, in the middle of your neck, that basically secretes a lot of their hormones, and it just goes in conjunction with a lot of different glands and so forth. So it controls all bodily functions, including how you digest food, okay, and also how your energy levels go and all that stuff. So what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna try to get, since thyroid is very important as far as how you digest food and how your energy system is primarily working throughout the day, and thyroid is basically produced between your brain and digestive tract. One of the things I do with everybody is what? Keeping your digestive tract in shape, right? Creating a good ecosystem so you guys can stay clean throughout the day and have like the best levels of thyroid possible for the ones that are healthy. That works tremendously. For the ones that have a condition, then there's other things that we could do. Now, there is an element that normally produces or increases the amount of thyroid that your body generates, and it's called pectin. Pectin is an element that normally sticks into heavy metals in your digestive tracts, okay? Your digestive tract, it binds them and it just expels them. Okay, how do you get pectin? Well, through certain types of foods. So when you increase pectin in your diet, you basically you're gonna detox, you're just gonna start removing contaminants in your body, and you're gonna enhance your thyroid levels, you're gonna enhance the thyroid production in your body. So it's very important that you guys stick with some of the foods that I'm gonna give you today. They're also written in the brochure. So I put on the brochure a couple things that you should be doing and you should be considering when it comes to thyroid production. Now, I'm gonna start with people that have thyroid issues, if there's some here. Obviously, cruciferous vegetables are not your best friend. They're not too bad. I don't believe that a lot of those vegetables are gonna do any harm to you, but the medical industry says that a lot of these vegetables could be harmful for your thyroid production, especially when you have a thyroid deficiency, or you have even those people that have to go through the unfortunate route of thyroid cancer. So cruciferous vegetables, they're nothing other than cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, radishes, and stuff like that. Probably think about 2 or 3 more, but those are the ones that you always have to watch. Kale, I believe kale is one too. So they're supposed to be they're supposed to be bad for your thyroid when it comes to try to clean out your body and try to stimulate your thyroid gland so you can go back to losing weight. So when you have this low thyroid, I would say try to stay away from those vegetables, the ones that have been diagnosed. Now, another thing is the fruits. The fruits that you consume, it's they call it thiourea. Thiourea, it's a name for the fruits that are supposed to be bad for your thyroid. Strawberries, peaches, pears, and GMOs. That's basically anything that contains genetically modified organisms are not good for your thyroid. So stay away from all that stuff, and then you should be okay. Are you with me?